show you how to do the Rubik's Cube. And it's only like 9 steps. And it's pretty easy, so I wanted to show you. So I can, in general, the first step is to pick a side. So let's say here's green, right? And so we're gonna get the 9 greens on one side. So in general, really, am I gonna do this? Okay, in general, I twist it so that like all the greens pop on one side here, and there's 3 that are missing. So of those 3, there's a corner here, and so what I do is, see this green here could go right here, right? So if we just pop it up, it goes in there. So what we do is this green here, we move it away, we move the green side down, and then we put it back in. You see that? And then bring it back up. So then we're getting, there's 2 more greens here, right? And 2 more greens are right here. So see how this one here, this red one, can swap with this one. So if I take that down, it's in that same spot. So what I do is I move this green out of the way, and I move the center one down, and then I put it back in the way. You see that? And we're close to getting one side done. So like here's another green, and it can go right here. So if I put that down, it goes right in that same spot. So I move this green out of the way, and then I put it back in the way. You see that? And that's the first step. So there's instructions with the Rubik's Cube. Hopefully that teaches you. So the second step is getting the first stripe going around the outside. And if you notice, like with green and white, there's only 3 whites that have a green on them. So there's only 3 of each. For yellows, there's 1 yellow, 2, 3. So now it's just moving around these so that the 3 line up. So like the one white one, here's the white one, I need to move that white one over here. So I do the same process of taking this white and green, and I'm gonna move it down and take it out of the way and move it back up. So I took that white and green one and I put it over here, and now I wanna move it up into this spot here. You see that? So then I move it down and put it in the way and move it back up. So now I have 1 white stripe, and then let's go along. Now here, there's not a green one. So I'm looking, let me put, I'm gonna put this one back up in here just for clarity. So but it's not in the right spot, but okay, so I have the green face and I have the 1 white stripe, and I'm looking for the other orange one, right? So there's the orange. It goes with these 2 oranges. And to make it happy, we have to move it down out of the way, move it back up, right? So I took it out of there, and it's sitting over here. And then now I can, I want to move it right here, right? So this green one, I want to move up here. So I'm going to take it out of the way, move it down, and put it back in the way. And maybe it's easier if I teach people one-on-one, but, oh, and then the last one fits right in there, right? So there's different tricks of popping them in and out, but in general now we have the first stripe. Now the next step is real easy. Let's get the center of the second stripe. So there's a white and a red and a yellow and a orange. If you just twist the center until it lines up with one of them, all the centers will line up. That was an easy step. Okay, now to finish off the second stripe, and you have to do it in this order unless there's another way, you have to get the sides. So the way that we do that is we look at the bottom. Okay, so we have the top with 1 stripe, and now there's a trick to pop the middle on the bottom side. That's not done. Here's the top side, here's the bottom side. You could pop this one here and pop it here. So I need to find like the white and the orange. Let me just see. Oh, the white and orange is stuck in here. Okay, so let's see, I need to find the white and the red. It's down here at the bottom. So white and red is here, and it's got to pop in here, which is the white and red. So if I move it closer, see how the white and red can pop over here. Now the trick though is you put it on the opposite color. So that's really good to remember. So this white and red one, I'm going to move, since white is here, since white is here, I am going to, so then this one's going to move and pop right in there. And they do this with patterns. So since I want to move this one here, the pattern is you take this side, because I want to move this one here, and it's down, over, up, over, down, over, up, over. Oh, that did not work. Really, Scott? What did I do wrong? I might have went the wrong way. All right, so sorry about that. So we're gonna do this step over. So to move this piece up over here, you put it on the wrong, color, because this is white on red, and I'm moving the white and red one up here. I guess I need to go the other way. Sorry about that. So I take this side, the face, because I want to move this piece up in there. So I take this face and I go, maybe it's down, over, up, over, down, over, up. Wow, I totally messed that up. Oh no, I got it right. Now, we have 3 more to practice with. Okay, let's try this again. So, I don't want to have a blue one. Let's see. This yellow one goes somewhere. So you have this yellow and orange should go in between the yellow and orange, right? So I move it on the opposite. See, right? So that's yellow and orange. Maybe I do this side. That makes more sense. What did I do wrong last time? So down, over, up, over, down, over, up, over, down, over, up. And then it pops in. So I thought the pattern was a little different than that. We have 2 more tries. So I need to find the orange and the white one. So orange is white is right here. You see that? Orange and white. And so I put it on the wrong side. And I go down, over, I guess it's this way, over, up, over, down, over, up, over. No, it's not that. So it must be down that way, up, that way, down, back, up, back, down, back, up. Pops in. All right, now we got it. I should probably redo the video. Okay, so I need a red and yellow one. So red and yellow is here. So red and yellow. I put it on the wrong side. And on this side here, I go down, over, up, over, down, back, up, back, down, back, up. So hopefully that made sense, and I got the second stripe. So now is the hard part, the bottom. Okay, so the bottom, see we have the top, first step. The second step was to do the first stripe. The third step was to get the middle, which is really easy. The fourth step was to get the other, finish the second stripe. Now the bottom, okay, this is in, I think there's 4 more steps. So in general, the bottom, first you do the corners. So we're going to work on the corners first. And we each have to make sure that it's in the right spot. So like this corner, it has a blue, a red, and a white. So blue, red, white goes with the white, the red, and the blue. You see that? So this one's in the right position. It might be twisted, right? But it's in the right location. So now look at this one. This has yellow in it. yellow and blue and orange, and it should go here, right? So then we need to flip these two. And there's a trick to flip those two. So if I'm going to flip these two, it goes, I take this side and I go down, over, up. And then I take the side that I wanted to, the two that I want to flip, and I go down, over, up. And I go back to the sit side, here's the two, and I go down, over, up. And now I flip these two. So now look, this one's in the right location, and this one's in the right location. This one was already there, and this one's all there. So on the bottom now, every corner is in the right location. You see that? So now the trick is to spin these. So there's a combination to spin this one, and this one. So you could spin these three by this combination. So I'm going to first start spinning these because I don't want to get it right at first. So to spin these three, you go on this side. So these three, you go on this side. That's just the trick. So this one is from if I want to spin these three, you go where my middle finger is on the pointer, and go on this side, and it's down, over, up, over, down, over, up, over. And it spun these three. You see that? And so now, like, I have two here that are in the good spot, right? So I am going to, what I'm going to do is I'm going to jumble these three, because I only want to have one in a good spot, so then I could jumble the other three. So if I want to spin these three, I go down, over, up, over, down, over, up, over. And look, I have one that's good on the bottom, and that's a good thing. So I move it into the spot that's not going to spin, and now I'm going to spin these three until it goes into place. So it's down, over, up, over, down, over, up, over. That didn't work. Do it again. Down, over, up, over, down, over, up, over. And look, all the corners are in the right spot. So look, we're at 12 minutes. I could do this faster when I'm not talking. Okay. Now there's two more combinations to spin these. And these spin in forms of three. 1, 2, 3. Or if I turn on 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? So let's say I don't like this one because it's not in the right spot. So it's to spin these three. I go in the face that I don't want to spin, like for this one, and you go, the combination is down, over, bring it back up, and then I bring it over twice, and down and put it back in. So then that spun these three. Now I have a face, but the problem is they're not in the right spot, so that's not a good thing. So we're still going to spin it some more. So I'm just going to do that pattern over again. And that was a good opportunity to teach you the pattern, but I wanted to, so in general, I wanted to do something. So this one's in the right spot. And this one, this red one, needs to go over here. So with the pattern, if I wanted to go spin counterclockwise, I can, like this red one, I want to go over here. Then I start with going counterclockwise with the top. So I go move that one down, move it counterclockwise, bring it back up, and then put it on the other side, and down, and put it back in. And so see how the red one moved into the right spot, but now it's not in the right orientation. So look, they're all in a good spot, but I need to flip them all. So really, I just kind of play with it a little bit, do that pattern. And I might do it again and say, go the other way, right? So I didn't even look because I want to try to see. I want to kind of get one in a good spot. See, like this white one needs to go up here, so I'm going to do clockwise. So I'm going to put it on that way. I'm not sure if I'm making much sense here. So that's not right. None of them are right still. This is the longest I've taken to do this. So like this yellow one, I want to move to the yellow side. So I'm going to do it clockwise. Is that right? Let's see. Oh, the yellow one didn't get in right? Really? This should be easier. Hold on. So I just do the same pattern over and over, and it sort of jumbles these. It's not normally this hard. So this orange one, I want to go to the orange side, so do clockwise again. All right. Totally wrong. Okay. So now, since it's not going too well, I have to teach you the last one, and it's really hard. But once you get to memorize it, it's not that hard. So in general, to spin these three, normally we brought this side, the one that we don't want to spin, we brought it down, right? This side down. We moved it over either way, it doesn't matter. Bring it back up and then spin it on the other side, bring it and then put it back in, right? So to spin these three, there's another way of spinning these three. You still start with the side that you don't want to spin, right? So these three, 1, 2, 3. And the way that you do it, there's the top, is you bring it this way. So this is the side that I don't want the 1, 2, 3 to spin on the bottom. I take that side and I bring it down towards me, the top. And then the trick is I bring that one down too. So so the side you don't want to have spin on the bottom, you bring towards you the whole thing, and then I bring this one up around towards that side as well, right? And then lastly, I bring, see I already have these three down, I bring this side down too, which seems really messed up. So then what I do is this one I bring back up, I put these two back in, that green one fell out, so I'm going to move it away, put it back in, and magically that spun these three. And see how it's getting closer to getting in. We need to move these two. So what I'm going to do is do that one technique again. So like, because I know that if I do the easy way of spinning these, that they're not going to go in the right spot, right? So so I want to, this one's good, right? I don't want to touch this one anymore, but the bottom three of these I want to change, right? So I want to spin these, and so the way that I do that is I take this side, that's the first side I do because that's the one I don't want to touch. I bring it towards me, and I bring the top one away, and then I bring the other side towards me, and then I put that one back. So bring that one back and then move these two back up. See that? And then that one needs to go up in here. And just put it back in. Okay, now see how these two are messed up, right? But we are getting closer. So I do this a couple times. So just those two patterns. I did that one, and I'm keeping this one always the same. I did that pattern once. And this orange one needs to go to the orange side, so I'm going to go clockwise. And I did it. So all these instructions are in the Rubik's Cube. It's not that hard. So it's 19010. So what do you think? So then sometimes to mess it up, you do those patterns so that it does shuffle it in a good way, right? So like down, over, up, over, down, over, up, over. Because if you just do this, it might not actually shuffle it too hard, so that it might end up in a good spot. Okay, so I'd say that's pretty shuffled. So what, I had green before, right? So it's 1937. I'm gonna try to do this in under 5 minutes. So in general, I get the first side, right? And I just kind of, there's different ways of tricking to pop things up. Does that make sense? And And you can get that. This is the easiest one, I think. So most people can get this. And look, I have a first stripe already, but I need to have that red, right? So there's a red over here. Bring it down, and I'm gonna put the red one back in. And then the white one goes here, so I'm gonna move the white one here, and then the orange one goes there. And we got the first stripe. Right, and then we have to get the middle. Oh, there it goes. Third step's done. Okay, now we're looking for non-blue ones of these. So here's a non-blue one. So to get this one to go over here, it's down, over, up, over, down, over, up. It gets that one there, non-blue. Okay, here's not a blue. So instead of being on the red side, put it on the opposite, and then I go down, over, up, over, down, over, down, over, up. Put that one in the right spot. Non-blue. Here's a non-blue one, because the blue ones stay on the bottom. So this one I want to have go up over here. So do the side, down, over, up, over, down, over, up, back, down, back, up. That one pops in. And oh no, we need this one, orange. So this one here goes up over here, up, over, down. Now we have the second stripe done. So we look at the bottom. Let's see if they're in the right spot. So this is yellow. This one's in the right spot. I put that one there, and then if I look at this one, white, and so that one has to go here. But this orange one has to go here. So I have to flip these two, and then I have to flip these two. So to flip these two, I start on this side, and from this, I want to flip these two. I go from this side. It's one of the two that I want to flip, and I go down, over, up, over, down, over, up, over. Now I flip those two, and then I want to flip these two. Is that right? Maybe not. Maybe I messed up. So let's see. This one's in the right position. This red one has to go here, and that one has to go here. So to flip these two, I start with the side. These two start with the side, down, over, up, down, over, up, down, over, up, over. So now I think everything should be okay. Here's the right one. That's the right one. And that's the right one. So now, look, this one's in the right spot, and these three need to shuffle. So the way that I do that is I start with this side. I want to shuffle 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. These three, right? So I start with this side, because there's the two fingers in one, over, down, over, up, over, down, over, up. And do it again. Over, up, over, down, over, up, over. And I got those in. I should go a little faster. And then now it's just spinning these around. So here's a red one. I want to move to the red side, so I go to the right. And then you do that simple pattern there, and that one goes in the right spot. So now I just have to work with these three. And since these three are all like blue, I'm gonna do that harder pattern, if that makes sense. Okay, and then I want to spin it to the right. I do this pattern that spins it to the right. And then these are totally not right, so then I do this pattern again, the harder one. And I'm going to spin it back. Look, and you too can do the Rubik's Cube.